policy that was going to be revived where people would have to register with the federal government and carry proof of that registration at all times. Not registering could lead to criminal prosecution. People have been asking about the Trump administration's immigrant registration requirement, and so here's a quick primer for anyone curious about this topic. So what exactly is happening with registration? Well, on February 25th, 2025, the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service, also known as USCIS, announced a policy that was going to be revived after being dormant for almost 20 years, where people would have to register with the federal government and carry proof of that registration at all times. This law hasn't been enforced for decades, but the Trump administration is now making changes to bring it back, and it's raising a lot of questions and concerns. Who does this affect? Here's the deal. Many immigrants are already considered registered under the law. If you've been issued certain immigration documents like a work permit, a green card, or even a notice to appear in immigration court, you're probably already registered. However, you would need to carry proof of this documentation with you at all times to avoid the civil penalties that would be imposed. For immigrants who entered the U.S. without inspection or who haven't had contact with the federal government, this new registration requirement creates a tough choice. You can either submit a registration form once it's available, but doing so could expose you to immigration enforcement, such as being placed in removal proceedings. But on the other hand, not registering could lead to criminal prosecution, so it's a lose-lose for many. What are the risks? Let's talk about the risks. If you fail to register or don't carry proof of registration, you could face criminal charges. For example, failing to register could result in up to 6 months in jail and or a $1,000 fine. Not carrying proof of the registration could lead to a $100 fine. This policy also raises concerns for immigrants who are already registered, including those with legal status. They could be prosecuted if they don't have their documents with them at all times. So, what should you do if this policy affects you? First, don't panic. It's essential to consult with a qualified immigration lawyer who can evaluate your specific situation and advise on the best course of action. Remember, this policy is still evolving, and USCIS hasn't even published the registration form yet as of the date of this video, so there's still time to prepare and understand your options. Why does this matter? Policies like this one can create fear and uncertainty in immigrant communities. It's important to stay informed and avoid misinformation. There's a lot of misinformation out there. For example, we've seen how fear of policies like the public charge rule led to many people to stop using benefits that they were already entitled to. So don't let fear drive your decisions. Get the facts straight and seek guidance. If you have questions about this new registration requirement or any other immigration issue, feel free to contact an immigration attorney at Ruddle Law. We are here to provide clarity and support during these uncertain times.